I really don't sit in this chair all that much, but I'm telling you, it's pretty comfortable. Kind of nestled back here in the corner. Too bad it's the middle of the summer, or I'd have the fireplace going. I want to talk a little bit about cardio, and I've done cardio for a long time, since I can remember. Maybe started, when I was 12 or something like that. Did it for a long time, and then I even tried some experiments with cardio. I've always had carried a lot of fat around my waist, and when I was a teenager, I could feel that I had abs, but you couldn't see anything because I had this layer of fat over it. So one summer I was determined that I could lose the fat by simply running 5 miles a day. So every day I'd come home from work and I'd run 5 miles a day. And I would say that I lost some fat, but more than anything, I got really small, like real lean, didn't have any kind of muscle size at all, and I got a decent tan for being outside, but I did notice that my knees hurt really bad that summer. So that was pretty much the one time I tried that as far as running that much. But then I would always, when I did that experiment, I did not lift weights at all. I just ran. So when I went back to my weight training, which I always did like 2 or 3 times a week when I wasn't as serious about it, I would do 2 or 3 miles after every workout, and I did that for a long time. And maybe about 5 years ago, I got tired of doing it. I was just like, I don't like doing this anymore. It's just too boring. I mean, some people like cardio, and if you like it, then by all means, incorporate it into your workout. And my theory was, when I started, that I could eat more calories and then burn it off doing the cardio, but I couldn't stand it. It's just too boring for me, and it got to where it would bother my workouts, because I'd be working out and be like, oh, I still got to run or do this. So I decided that I was just going to cut it out completely, not do any cardio, and just focus on diet and weight training. So what I try to do is keep the intensity of my workouts up, so that I can get my heart rate up while I'm working out. That way, at least that is some cardiovascular training there. So, but what I noticed when I completely cut out the cardio, so now I go to the gym 4 days a week. I take 3 days off. I noticed that, I keep my diet the same every day, but I noticed that I definitely was able to put on more size and get leaner by not doing cardio. I'm not sure why exactly, and I'm not sure if that works the same for everybody, but it definitely worked for me. And I think that's because I'm not burning the calories. If I went and ran at a separate time, I think it might be different, but by running after my workout, I needed to be coming home and eating and replenishing those calories for my workout, as opposed to running and burning more calories. So what I was doing was essentially burning the muscle, because my body was starving for calories because I just went through a workout. So what I do now when I go work out is that I do my training, then I don't do any cardio. So the muscles are rebuilding. It helps them rebuild. And as far as getting leaner, I don't know how not doing the cardio affected that, but I definitely noticed a difference with it. And it has to be because my diet. I'm so focused on my diet. I keep my diet the same, and it's a high fat, high protein, virtually no carbs diet, and I do it every day, and I've done it for 5 years or so. So that has a lot to do with it. If I was doing a lot more carbohydrates in my diet and things like that, then the cardio might make a difference. But for me, because of the way my diet's structured, it just makes sense to not do any cardio at all. So, but I see people complaining about their, oh, my knees hurts, or this and that, my knees are bothering me. And then I've noticed that those people run a lot. So I do think it causes a lot of joint issues. And I noticed that as well when I ran. My hips would hurt. And, you know, I say I never run, but I remember a couple of years ago it was a nice day, so I was like, oh, I'm going to go for a run. And I ran 3 miles, which was stupid because I hadn't ran for so long, but I was so sore, I couldn't get out of bed for like a day. I mean, it just shooting pains at my hip, it was bad. So, yeah, I mean, if you like cardio, by all means, incorporate it into your workout. I would suggest doing it on a separate day. So if you work out 4 days a week, I would do your off days and do some cardio then, or do cardio really early in the morning, then go to the gym later on. I wouldn't recommend doing it right before a workout or right after a workout. I just don't think, I think it's good to eat a good meal and then go work out and then come back and eat again. I don't think doing cardio and weight training in the same session is necessarily good. So that's all I have on cardiovascular training, and I will see you next week.